Yo, what up, gamers? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Ugh. His hair is weird. Look at this. Got a little ponytail action going on. What do you think? I don't like it. I just needed to get it out of my face when I was doing some work today. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's some Toho right there. Big fan of those games. Oh my god. I also just love the music and everything around it. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody in YouTube chat? How you doing? What's up, Franco? What's up, Mazer? What's up, Grant? How you doing? I think I was doing... But I don't think... I'm playing in D. I think it's an E flat, right? There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. Just a reminder, everybody, if you're watching on Twitch, that is not the right screen. I'm not sharing the right screen. If you're watching on Twitch, there is a leaderboard, which you can use your channel points to redeem things like first, second, and third, and you can get yourself on this amazing leaderboard. So this will incentivize you to get to my streams early and click buttons, okay? That's what we like to see. Smooth keys and rusty code. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Also, if you are in my Discord, you can go to the announcements channel, and I posted a nice little behind the scenes picture so you can see what my streaming setup looks like. But that is only accessible to people in my Discord server, all right? And look at that. I'm withholding content. So you have to go look at that so you can actually see what's going on there. So I can't do this. I can't do the ponytail thing. My hair is... I don't like it. I need my hair in my face. I feel more comfortable with that. Yo, CM Griffing is raiding. Oh my god, thank you for the raid. CM Griffing. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Yo, welcome, welcome. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. We are just getting started over here, so this is a great way to get started. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you had... I nailed it. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Hopefully you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome everybody here. We are going to be diving into a coding challenge, and we'll be writing some Rust. But we just sat down, so we haven't actually started writing any code yet. But also, this little animation we also made on stream. This was a couple nights ago. So this is all written in Bash. I am a little bit of the, what I would call the king of Bash. I think that's fair to say. So you can do the thing that you're not supposed to do. You can curl xmas.ysap.sh. Christmas, and YSAP is my website, and you can pipe it to Bash. Obviously that's scary. You can curl it and just read through the code if you want to. I understand not wanting to pipe random, code into Bash. But if you do this, you get a nice little Christmas animation. This is the new one that we wrote for 2025, and I think it looks pretty nice. So, woo, Rust, let's go. Exactly, exactly. I'm very excited to write some Rust here. We are doing a coding challenge, so it'll be a ton of fun. Hell yeah, let's bash unknown scripts into our shells everywhere. Let's go. Merry Christmas. Exactly. Terrible advice. Terrible advice. Don't do this. I even have a video on my YouTube channel about why you shouldn't pipe things to Bash and like some sort of ways you can do really like gnarly things to get around it. Yeah. How did you make the stars? Are they a character we can use? Oh, the stars are just asterisks and periods, I think. They're customizable, so you can actually swap them out with whatever you want. Like an algorithm coding challenge, I will explain it. Give me 1 second and I will explain it. 1 second is up. Oh, also, if you're new here, you can't see it, but directly in front of me, I'm going to pan the camera down. You ready? You ready? Watch this. We have this. So every so often, when I just need a break from coding, I just hit the other keyboard and... So get used to just hearing piano. Sometimes when I'm just talking or thinking, and I need a break from the code, I'll just start playing. And if I'm feeling really adventurous, I'll turn off the mic, so you get just the ASMR experience. There we go. It's a nice touch that the stars land and persist. The beautiful thing is the way we've implemented them, we have an array of all snowflakes. And when the snowflakes hit the bottom row, we just stop simulating them, but we don't actually clean it up because the way this is implemented, we don't redraw the screen every frame. We just remove the old snowflakes and put new snowflakes there. So it's actually really cool. So these are not taking up any sort of like simulation. There's no physics time rendering these out, which is beautiful. They're just sitting there. So when a new snowflake falls, it just takes over that spot. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, am I getting like, what am I getting? Requests over here? Aggressive Cranny Newman. We got You Fraud a Friend of Me. I don't know about that. I don't know that song. Sorry, buddy. Oh, cool. Adam Learns Live did a thing a couple years ago where he made it so he could type with his music keyboard. I have gotten so many people that have asked me to do that. I have no idea how I'd even like approach that, but I like that. I might check that out. Adam Learns Live, because that would be good just to have an idea of how I would even approach that, because I wouldn't even know what to do, to be honest. It'd be fun, but like, yeah, I wouldn't even know. Oh, snap. You were playing? That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. I'm just playing right here. Yo, nice music and programming. Discovering this channel was awesome. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you. Also, if you're confused, sometimes I'm reading messages that you don't see. I am dual streaming. You can look at the chat up there. I'm dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So Twitch is the smaller of the two for my viewership, although I get a lot of viewership. I'm happy with it. If you haven't checked out my YouTube, go over there, because I'm not primarily a live stream. I'm more of a YouTube content creator, and we're trying to grow that channel a little bit. And by grow that channel, I think we're, where am I, 71,000 subscribers? I don't know. I'm somewhere up there. Yo, looking snazzy today. Thank you, Old Man Bird, for the $4.99 super chat on YouTube. That is super nice. I appreciate that. You guys don't have to donate money to me, but I appreciate when you do. That is super nice. Glad I'm looking snazzy. I like hearing that. I can't escape your videos here on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Listen, you just wait until next year when I'm pushing out more short form content. You will not be able to escape me, all right? We are in massive growth mode then. So that'll be a ton of fun. What are we doing over here? Yeah, for anyone new here, I got this little button. It just pans my camera down, and then I can... There we go. By the way, I'm 3 hours deep into the Bash course. Great course so far. Thanks for the amazing content. Yo, what a nice thing to hear. That's awesome. For anyone who doesn't know, you guys ready? I'm gonna do the thing. Guys, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Do you want to learn Bash and Bash scripting? I have a full-length course. It's only $10.99. I'm joking. It's free. I'm completely joking with you. It is completely free. Look at this. It's a YouTube video. It is a 7-hour long YouTube video, completely free. You don't even need to be signed in to watch it. Go check it out. Completely free, completely free, completely free. I don't ask for your email address. I don't ask for your credit card. It's not a free trial. No, just go check it out. It's a YouTube video. And there it is. You can give me money if you want. And surprisingly, a large number of people have. I'm very thankful for that. You don't have to. If you give me money, you get the DRM free MP4 file. If you've already paid, you can get your download link here. So if you've already paid, you can go through my very advanced way of authorizing you to download the MP4 file. So if you click it, you can see that this advanced download system uses the honor system. So I've decided to use something called the honor system to verify that you've actually paid for it before you get your MP4 download link, okay? So just make sure you pay for it first using the honor system. And then, yeah, so if you want to learn Bash scripting, it's a complete course. Like, there are 60 plus sections in it. I've made all timestamps and chapters on YouTube. So there you go, one big video. People are upset that I made it one video instead of 60 plus videos in a playlist. If I had made 60 plus videos in a playlist, people would be upset that it wasn't one long video. So you can't win. So that's just what I've chosen to do. So there we go there. Let's see, what am I missing? Rust mentioned. Yeah, we're gonna be writing some Rust today. Learned a lot from your long form videos, and I've been programming over 40 years. Amazed at your skill. Dude, that's awesome to hear, man. That is so cool to hear. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love getting comments from people. I get comments from people that are in their 70s. I've got an email from a dude who was in his 80s, and he said he's learning things from my video. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, that's awesome. That is so cool to me, man. That's so awesome. Yo, what's up, NMBB? How you doing? Ooh, someone finally redeemed first. That's amazing. Do you take song requests? If I know them, sure, but I don't know a ton of different songs. Bad Cop. Dave, do you want to come to my birthday party in Minecraft? Yes. Yes, I do. And I know your birthday's coming up because our birthdays are very close to each other. Yes, of course I do. That would be a ton of fun. Oh my God. Let's see. Reminds me of the recent order this roll of 2025 pennies for $9.95 infomercial that I saw the other day. Yo, that's actually awesome. Evening. What's up, Fallen Learns? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, Bad Cop. Bad Cop is redeemed second. You know what that means? When we go over to our leaderboard, which apparently doesn't have a title HTML element. When we go over to our leaderboard here, we can see that, oh, Bad Cop's on top. Look at that. Bad Cop and NMBB are both tied with a score of 8. That's so cool. I've been a Linux user since 2005, and I've learned quite a bit. Yo, that is super cool to see. That's awesome. Yo, what's up, Matthias? How you doing? Can you please tell me what all career do we have from your videos, please? Can you guide me? Very junior trying to learn. I can't help you with that. I mean, you can learn something here, but I can't give like career stuff. That's just not my forte. Also, I've been in the industry for like, I don't know, 15 years. That can't be right. Oh God, it is. Ew. So like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit out of touch. So no, not right now. Sorry, that's just not. I can't give you. I can't give you much there. Other people in chat might be able to give you their takes on it, but not me personally. Let's see. PR's welcome. This website was written like 6 hours or something. Yo, get out of here, Bad Cop. I don't even want to see that. All right. Well, you know what? We'll make a pull request for Bad Cop. We'll make that. We'll put the title up there. But yes. Oh my God. Are you actually having a birthday party like in Minecraft, or are you doing like a stream or something? Let me know, dude. I'd be down for that. I don't know if you're serious or not, but yeah, I'd be down. That'd be sick. Anything you suggest me to? I can't. I don't give career advice. I can only tell you that learning things is just beneficial. Like, I know that sounds so generic, but like I focus more on the coding than the career side of it. Cool. I did it like 2 years ago and it was fun. I'll send you the deets. Yo, heck yeah. I'm excited. That sounds awesome. Actually, like yeah, that'd be super fun. So yeah, let's jump into it a little bit here, because I want to kind of remember where we were. I love this little animation. This thing is like so cute. What if I clear the screen? Oh, cool. I just got rid of the scroll bar. It's kind of nice. Should we make it go faster? Oh, the cursor's up there. I was like, what is happening? Bash minus S hyphen hyphen. Now we can give it options. So we could give it a sleep duration of 0.001. And the characters could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There we go. And now it's just raining letters really fast. Yeah, so, I mean, we do fun things over here. What can I say? It is using, every time it is forking execing sleep. We could make the sleep optional. Like if you give it a 0, just forego the fork and exec. Yeah. Is the chat on the screen a mix of YouTube and Twitch chat? Yes, it is. Yes, if you are new here, I am dual streaming on both. So that is what's going on here. Yo, we're going streak of Fallen Learns. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Make Battleship. That's actually unironically good advice. Bad Cop. Dave, can you explain real quick why Getopts is so garbage? Yeah, oh my God, I can. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's because there is Getopt, which is an external utility. This will exist on your machine, and it's an external tool, and it only does a few things. It doesn't do a ton of stuff. And then there is Getopts, which is built into Bash. This is not an external tool. This is built into Bash. And oh my God, there is an external Getopts on my machine? I'm lying to you. There is an external Getopts. I don't believe that's POSIX. What is this? It doesn't even have a man page, but it is built in. What is this? I don't even know what this is. It's the same thing, but what does it actually give you? What does this do? I don't know. I don't know what user bin Getopts is. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm getting nerd sniped here, dude. I'm getting nerd sniped. I actually don't know why it's an external tool. Yeah, this has got to be some sort of Macism. Let's log into a Linux machine, because I don't trust that. Type -a Getopts. Yeah, it's just a shell built in. But you should have Getopt. I believe this is POSIX. Oh my God, it says it's in 4 things. They're all the same path. Just ignore that. I need to update my path. They're all the same file. Getop is an external tool, and if you use the GNU one, it's very nice because it has this option -L for -- long, and you can actually process things like my script you know, dash dash file equals file.txt, or dash dash file file.txt, or dash f file.txt. It supports all this. It also supports joining multiple arguments together. So I could say like dash aof file.txt, and it's very smart. It knows that's the equivalent of a, o, and f. The GNU variant of Getopts is very good, and it supports getopt long, but that's not as standard, and it's not in Bash. I wish it was. Bash is a GNU project, and it has, if you look at the Bash source code, there is its own internal version of getopt that it uses. I wish it exposed long options in a better format. Otherwise, using getopts is just awful. That it's just not a good experience. I use it myself because it's easy to kind of just roll something real quick that can take options, but like, I don't like it. Why won't they make the built-in one good? Dude, I agree with that 1000%. What do we have here? I'm in the Bash source code. It has something. Is it like shell underscore getopt? What do they call it? Bash getopt. They have an internal thing they call getopt. What do they call it? They give it a name. Shell getopt? I think it's getopt. Still use AG. Bad copy. Ready for this? AG is easier to type than RG on Dvorak. So, yeah, it has this built-in of getopt. It's not even right. But yeah, shell getopt. And then this is the built-in. Here we have this. Let me see. We're totally getting nerd sniped here. Used by the getopt built-in? There isn't even a getopt built-in. This doesn't exist. Hold on. Yeah, they're just lying. Because Bash, yeah, Bash has dump strings. It has debugger. Where does it parse this? In debugging mode with dash dash debugger. Where do we actually parse this, though? Where's the code that parses it? Yeah, look at this. Long arcs. We have long arcs. GNU long options. Here we go. What do we parse this? That's the thing. We just need to figure out where this is actually parsed. I want to figure out what logic they use to parse this, because they already have a long options parser in the Bash interpreter itself. This should just be exposed somewhere. We should just have this as a plugin or something, as a built-in. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, exactly. It's GNU software. It has the Getopts. So like, it's got to be like somewhere. What do we do here? What is this? We have long options. We define it. Where do we use it? Am I crazy? Parse long options. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. Are we just parsing this by hand? Oh, that's what we are doing. Okay, we're literally looping over all the long options here. If the strings are equal, the arg string plus 1 going over that hyphen to the name. Okay, never mind. This is like a this is like a homegrown long option parser here. Who knows if this is even in use? But like, yeah, because the one I'm used to is, what is it, getopt long? Yeah, okay, so that's not being used here. Yeah, getopt long is in the C standard library. I don't know when it was added to that, but this is what you would need. We would need an interface into getopt underbar long, or for Bash to expose it somehow. What that would look like with getopts, we'd have to probably figure that out. But yeah, like Bash should have. I would really like Bash to have something like that. Do we have a loadable here? What do we have here? What about our loadables? No, I don't think we have any sort of loadable here for that. Yeah, I don't know, Bad Cop. Like, I think it should be built in. I would like to see that. Yeah. Yo, Dave, I'm planning on taking advantage of winter break to set up my classes. First order of business, I think, is to learn Git and Bash. Think it's a good use of my time? Absolutely, I do. Oh my god. Do you want to know something amazing to help you learn Bash? I've laughed because I've showed it a million times. So yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Give me the Git tutorial. I'm sorry, I don't know Git that well. I'm hiding it. Yeah, dude, I wish that was the case. That'd be so funny. Oh, man. Whew, got a headache coming in, boys. Make sure to drink water. And then take ibuprofen. Smart. Ooh, what's this bad cop? Is this someone's implementation of it? Gen2BR says, love your content, Dave. I'm working with Linux since 98, and I love how you demystify the hidden, not intuitive things of Bash. I wish I had your content growing up. Cheers from Brazil. Yo, I appreciate that. What a nice compliment. Yeah, sorry I couldn't have been around sooner. But no, I appreciate that. That is super nice to hear. Bad Cop sent me this. An upgrade to the Bash built-in Getopts with support for GNU stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you would need something like this. Because, yeah, you have to use dash option, option value, option equals value. It's surprisingly complex. Like, look at this. Dash O value. This one. Being able to parse this format is a nightmare. Because why is it dash O space value when it could be dash O, dash V, dash A, dash L, dash U? What I'm saying is there's a lot of work. I'm sure it's defined, but, like, there's a lot of work to figure out, like, what's going on here. Oh, boy. What do we have here? Is this it? It's not that wild. Interesting. Yeah, the while loop and the shift obviously could work. I also think if you could translate it into normal Getop style, then you could just parse it with the internal Getops. There might be something to do there. Oh, hey, look at this. Built-in Getops. Yeah. Is that what's going on here? That's not what they're doing, right? Sanitize and normalize short options, and then it parses the short options here. It's interesting. I'd have to study this implementation more. That's interesting. All right. Let's get rolling here. Because what I want to do, if you remember from last time, what we are working on is a challenge. This is from Eric, the creator of Advent of Code. Advent of Code's been around since 2015. He's done more than 10 years of puzzles, 11 years. And before that, he made this challenge, which is called the Synacor challenge. Synacor is the name of the company he worked for at the time. So it was through the company. And the challenge is you get this binary file we have, challenge.bin. It is 59 kilobytes of data. It's just a binary file. And we need to run that binary file. So in order to run it, we have to look through this architecture specification diagram that lists all the instructions we need to support and what the VM looks like. And we need to create a virtual machine to run it. So that's what we're doing. And we are doing it all in Rust. And we definitely left off last time in a terrible place because, not really a terrible place. We're actually in a really, really good place. I was conflating the address, which is a 16-bit number, with the byte offset, which was an 8-bit. You know, bytes are 8 bits and the addresses are 16 bits. So we just have to go through and normalize when we use the word address and when we use the word bytes or the offset or the pointer or whatever we do it. So we have to fix that. Before we do that, I want to upgrade the debug output, because when we do the debug output here with rust log equals trace, that's a lot. Let's not do that. When we do the debug output here with rust log equals trace, you can see that there's a lot of stuff that the trace logger spits out. We don't need timestamps. We don't need any of that stuff. So we're going to make our own custom logger, because I think we do envlogger init right here. We don't need that. We can do envlogger builder. You can't see it, but I have it pulled up on my other monitor. Format, buff, and record. And now we can format it ourselves. This looks right. Okay. Now to format it, we can just call write line of the buff, and then what we want the line to look like. I just want, let's put some like these there. I just want this with the record.args. Hopefully that's right. Let's run that. Doesn't compile. We have a mismatch of something. That needs to close. There we go. And then we need to, oh wow, okay, fun. We need to pull in standard IO right because it's a trait. There we go. So now when I run this, all the debug log lines will be that, we'll have this little like thing in front of it. So we don't really need self.getRam. We'll figure that out. That seems ambitious for, well, it is, I guess that is what trace logging is. What is this? Any suggestions for how to study? Oh man, whatever Dave is doing and the opposite of whatever I am doing. Oh man, follow the bash course. That's all I can say. Oh man, I gotta stretch. Oh, okay. Okay, well, we got a lot going on here. Let's do... I'm here to learn. You need to get out now. That's so funny, actually. Okay. So we need to fix some things. We have our push stack, our pop stack, our dump state. Get RAM. We take a pointer. We don't want to do that. We should take the address. So we should take the address as the adder. And then we could do let pointer equals adder times 2 as usize. So the address is a 16-bit number. The pointer is, well, they're both 16-bit numbers. But then if we do it this way, we can just say get the RAM at the pointer and get the RAM at the pointer plus 1. And then we can reconstruct the number there. Then all of these should be the same, except this should take an adder. Okay. What's your OS? This is Mac OS. We are just running on a Mac here. Get RAM value. Yeah, so this should be adder. Okay. And then we jump to the address. The pointer is the adder times 2. Okay. This makes sense. We just need to be very, very consistent with what I'm doing. Bad Cop says I like to do things the wrong way intentionally, and people watch that for some reason. Dude, it's fun, man. It's fun. That's why. Because it's wild. All right. So the pointer... We should probably just point to the address, right? Yeah, every time we use pointer, we should yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we do PTR and we do adder. Adder is our address. We have to multiply by 2. Pointer is the raw pointer to the offset of the bytes. So if we have the address, then we need to just jump there. We don't even need pointer. And then to get the instruction, we need to get the value at pointer. It all just works as long as we just use all these built-in things. I hate this format. I'm trying to think of a way to do a better format here. Like, what if I did, let's come up with a new one. Yeah, I think this looks better. Maybe we can make these debug. Yeah, I think this is the way to do it. And then this is set. Let me build this and make sure it works. It doesn't work. Cool. No, it's because I'm still messing with pointer. Let's change all that. Get register itself.adder +1. There we go. Okay. A little bit annoying, but I think this is going to be beneficial in the long run. One, two, three. Okay. Rust does pointers too. Rust has pointers in it, but these aren't, I'm not using pointers in the language. I'm writing my own virtual machine. So these are things that I'm maintaining. My own little virtual machine has pointers. So I'm using this verbiage, but I'm not using any sort of Rust built-in pointers or anything. Hey Dave, rarely get the chance to meet people in real time. Love your videos, especially the progress bar one. Yo, appreciate it. Thank you. I'm happy you're able to jump in. And I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I like that video a lot. For some reason, that video did really well, and I'm happy. A lot of people seem to have found me through it. So that's really cool. I would have never thought that people would have enjoyed watching a progress bar get made. So that's honestly pretty cool. You should put a progress bar in the video that shows how far into making the progress bar you are. Listen, that's why I gotta keep you around. It's actually a really good idea. It's really stupid. I like it though. I should have done that. I had the progress bar. Then I would have been teasing what it looked like. That's okay. I don't think people mind. I think I actually show what it looks like in the thumbnail, so. Wait a minute, this has to go 4, so this one's already wrong. Yeah, okay, so that math was already wrong. I'm glad I'm going through this. The algorithm's pushing it to everyone. That makes sense. I found you through Bad Cop, so you blame her for my presence? That's awesome. I wonder how many people found me through Bad Cop. I feel like a lot. I've got, especially in Twitch chat, I got a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I watched you because of Bad Cop. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Yay, for once it's in that direction. Wait, do people find you through me? Oh man, I get a lot of people that find me through you, so I think that's actually really cool. I'm not sure what Dave's doing, but hey, I'm enjoying this. He'll get it someday, somehow, eventually. Oh yeah, you definitely will, 100%. What a pity, I missed the beginning of part 2. Did you solve the jump situation? Yes, I actually solved that at the end of part 1, where I noticed that my addresses were off because I was doing byte offsets and not address offsets, which is 2 bytes each. So I'm just going through and kind of making that fix right now. So I haven't actually run anything with the fix in place, but I'm going through and just cleaning up some code. Also, like, this code is just wrong. So I'm actually glad I'm going through and doing this. Like, my math is just off in some places, so I'm glad I'm looking at it with fresh eyes. Like, this is self pointer plus equal 4. Yeah, this should be adder plus equal 4. It should have been 8 the other way around. Like, this is 6. That should be 8, actually. So this should be 4 here. Like, this is just wrong. So that's pretty neato. So we're just doing some really basic cleanup. Just a lot of the same thing over and over again, which is kind of sad. I can tell I get yours when they ask stuff like, why no YouTube stream? Oh my god, that's really funny. You used to stream on YouTube. What happened there? It's as easy as just clicking a, double stream button. I use the Atom multi-stream thing, which I think you were the one who showed me the Atom vertical canvas. Were you? I think you were, yeah. Day 2, I just finished the VOD of day 1. I'm attempting the challenge in PowerShell. I got stuck in a jump loop, so I've converted the bin to assembly so I can walk through the program manually. Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. As a non-dev and just IT wandering through Twitch, good progress bars appreciating. Having no feedback. Oh, dude, I love progress bars. Like, I think they're super useful. You streamed one day? I thought you streamed like 2 days. I don't know. Just put up both streams. Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't take that much just to do a multi-stream. You may not, I don't know what your viewership would be like on that, but it's like, I don't know. If YouTube's going to push it out, also you get the VOD backed up automatically. I think that's super nice. I don't have to upload a Twitch VOD to my YouTube. This VOD just lives on in my YouTube, so that's super nice. In fact, I'm not even locally recording this one because I don't plan on doing anything with this video. This is just for people who want to hang out during the stream. Pointer plus equal 4. See, even that's wrong. Because we have to skip over the instruction, the A, and the B. So we have to do a plus equal 3. Yeah. Let keyword gives me JS PTSD. Oh, it's so funny because my JavaScript, I don't even use the let keyword because that was like newer from when I learned JavaScript. So like even the let word is still, I just don't use it that much. You pretty much need let in Rust to make anything, so it's not that scary. There's really no other way to declare a variable. There might be. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure you always need the let keyword. Let mutt. Exactly. You got it. Okay. I'm just getting rid of this line anyway. It doesn't even matter. This should be adder plus 1. Then we eprint it. We trace the output. Okay, that's fine. If we trace it, we should do this. No, we shouldn't. And this skips over both of them, so that's a plus equal 2. Awesome. Bash mentioned. This one's unimplemented. That's nice. This one is just a simple no op. So that has an adder plus equal 1. And this is an uh-oh, we dump state and then we panic. Okay, that makes sense. What are you drinking? This is green tea over here, which tastes like medicine, is disgusting, but it's good for you, so. Let's start putting these debug statements everywhere. This will be a ton of fun, guys. Actually, we should double check that this works. Yep. Oh my god, green tea has such little caffeine, it doesn't do much to me. There we go. Bad cop to use number 01 or string true or false. Bad cop uses words like cigarettes and enterprise function. I don't know if she's using very basic booleans in bash. EQ. This one is greater than. This one is jump. Set and unset. Yeah, dude, like the set command. Or shopped. Yeah, shop-s, shop-u. Which I explained in my course. Dude, 01 underline is like a sleeper cell, I swear. It's actually so funny. The minute I mention anything about my course. Wait, do you mean the 7-hour bash course? I do. Can you believe it? Alright, I'm glad I went through each one of these lines. Even though this is super annoying and tedious, we've already found bugs, so that's good. We still are missing one instruction. There is one instruction I haven't implemented. We could probably try and implement it, or just let it crash when we get there, which is the input instruction. There is an instruction to read in data, so we'll have to open standard in and read like a character from it. I don't exactly know how that's done, but it should be straightforward in Rust. It's this one right here. We'll leave it unimplemented for now, and then we'll just implement it when it comes time. There we go. You don't use set or unset in your project, just test comparisons? Yeah. I'd be curious. I'd like... Yeah, I'm curious how people do Booleans in bash scripts. Because like the way Bad Cop writes bash scripts, she's almost not even like encountering them. Like she does things more scripty style, which is really cool. So it's like a lot of filtering data and just taking in data that you need, taking out data that you need. I don't... The way she handles conditional jumpings is like way different than how I do it. You do still use them? Do you use like 0 and 1? Do you use... so you really just check if they're empty or not? Like, is that just what you do? -N or -Z? 1 and empty. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think I do similar things with the non-empty stuff in like a lot of the advent of code when it comes to the grid problems and stuff. Oh, there are other languages that have truthy other than JavaScript. Don't worry about that. I think actually I could show that. Let me see real quick. If I pull up JavaScript here, we could do an empty array. And we could say empty array equal equal. We're just checking truthfulness here. Oh, that's false. Oh, that's so interesting. Wait, does JavaScript always do that? Is an empty array in JavaScript considered false? I thought it was the other way around. I know in Python it is. Oh, I thought I could have sworn in JavaScript that wasn't the case. Because I know in Python it is. I don't know. I have Python 3. Yeah, because I could say like this equals true. True. And I get false because you can check like if not this, you can do something then. But in JavaScript, I thought there was something else. What am I thinking of? I guess an object would be that. I mean, obviously, yeah, this won't be true. It's an empty string. Sure. Sure. Whatever, dude. Anything goes. I love JavaScript. What a nightmare language. All right. So what are we doing here? Now we have all this implemented. So I think we can do this. I think we can do cargo run on this, and it will do some stuff. Let me go ahead and not even run with the trace logging. Let's just run it and see what happens. Okay. Welcome to the Synacor OSCON 2012 challenge. Please record your progress by putting codes like this one into the challenge website. And we've done this code and we verified it because we put it into our codes thing, which is awesome. Executing self-test, and then it just goes back to the same thing. Okay, so something's clearly wrong here. And we haven't hit the unimplemented thing, so we haven't even hit the part where we haven't implemented. So I'm afraid to do an object.keys on that. I'm curious. I guess that makes sense, because the key of this is the same as the key of this, which the key of that would be the number 0. But object.keys, no. I don't think array indices are strings. I don't think that's true. I think for an array indice, it is numbers, but when you do object.keys, you're turning the array into an object. I might be wrong there. I thought that's what's happening, because I don't think array indices are strings. They can be coerced into numbers if they are a string, but I don't think they are. But I could be wrong here. I'm not a JavaScript. An array is an object? Is it really? Dude, I don't know. Okay, whatever. You're probably right. I have no idea. This language sucks. Sure. Sure. Yeah, array indices. I thought array indices are numbers. But I get, you know what? Actually, hold on. This is totally one of those things that could be implementation specific. We'd have to look up the like ECMA script thing, and then we have to look up like how V8 does it. I don't feel like doing anything. We're not going down this road. There's no difference. Listen, we're in Bash. There's no difference, okay? So why are we looping here? I feel like we should not be looping. Let's go ahead and let's get the instructions out of here. Grep instruction. So these are just the instructions that we'll be executing. That's not right. Well, you know, it would help if I spelled instruction correctly. Okay, so here's what's going on here. We jump, then we do a no, then we jump, JT, JF, JT. Yeah, so this jumped us right back to the beginning. So something failed here. And we should look at some of these things. So we have a jump, a JT, a JF, and a JT. So JT, I'm assuming is jump true, and JT is JF. So JT, if A is non-zero, jump to B. So we get, trace. JT, A equals A, B equals B. And then we have JF, which I assume is jump if false. So JF is this. There we go. So now we can get some actual like information here. JT in this example, I think, is jump if true. And yes, what's up, Stu Squared? Sorry, didn't see your message right away. Yes, we are working on the first self-test. So we've gotten the first code out of it. Like it prints that text at us, which is really nice. But then for some reason, we're jumping right back to the beginning. So we got to figure out what's going on with this self-test. I think it's going to be in my jump logic, my JT or my JF. Also, and also, I don't know where you are in your progress, and then you can obviously see where I am. So if I do end up somehow farther than you are, I don't want to spoil anything, but I bet that's not the case. I'm willing to bet you've probably already figured this out. Object.assign. Dude, what is this? Back up. What am I looking at? What does this mean? What is this? Is this one of those things where like when it comes to an object, it's what's on the inside that counts? Like this is an object in Array's clothing. What is this? I hate this. I hate this, dude. Oh my god. I didn't even realize there was bonus output for a failed test. Ooh, that's fun. That's really interesting to know. That's really cool. Dude, I'm done with JavaScript. We can't do this. I don't want to look at that ever again. This, okay, I'm a Bash creator. It doesn't make sense for me. Please, someone out there, put this on a t-shirt. Like you could put both lines, or you could just put this first line. Because if you just put this on a t-shirt, this is like rage bait. Because people will be like, that's not valid. And it's like, listen, dude, it is. Kind of. I don't know. I hate JavaScript. All right. Moving on. We got to figure this out. Our JT and our JFs are weird. So we can run them with trace logging and kind of get an idea of what's going on. Get rid of the greps. And now we can kind of see what's going on here. So let me clear the screen, run it a little bit, and then we can do JT. There we go. You can't make that with literal syntax. That's so interesting that that is the case. That's so weird. Bash is bashisms and JS is JSisms. Honestly, that's true. That's absolutely true. Oh, you're just running a hex dump on it? That is pretty cool. That is good to know. I will keep that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me just run that. I'm curious about this. XSD G2 challenge.bin. Oh, look at this. Okay. Let me... Wait, hold on. I want to stop searching. I want to run this. And then I want to... Cool. Oh, wow. It's just all nonsense. Okay, cool. Back into it. Run that. Close that. Search for JT. I'd say I'm in Act 3. Ah, okay. Cool. That's good to know. What am I in? Am I in Act 2? Because as far as I understand, there's 8 codes. The first code is just given to you in the architecture specification. The second code is that message I got that said we're doing the self-test. I'm guessing the third code is the one that comes after this. Yeah. You'd call us Act 1. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. So we are Hornet, and we're discovering Farloom now. For all my Silksong enjoyers out there. All right. We have a JT here. We get the RAM. A is 0 and B is 1096. So that means we're going to jump to 1096 if this was true, but it's not true. So we are not jumping. Yeah, we definitely need some trace here. JT didn't jump. Okay, so then we get the RAM at 1018, which is our instruction. Our instruction is JF. We're at adder 509. And random Hollow Knight reference. Dude, I love those games. Okay. Then we get the RAM at that position. Probably don't need this. This get RAM seems a bit excessive. Jump at false. Didn't jump. The instruction is JT, A equals 1, B equals 517. So we jump to 517. We do that. Jumping to adder 1. Okay, so this is wrong. JT jumped to 517, and then we jump to adder 1. So jump is not jumping. That's exactly what's happening here. Let's play some Hollow Knight music. What is it? What is it? via Queen's Gardens. Cool, so we're not jumping here. Good thing we put jump in its own function, so we can look at it. Jumping to adder, that's all we do. We literally just update that. I mean, this could not be any more of a, what am I trying to say? This could not be any more of a setter. So let's look at every place where we call self.jump. Jump unconditionally jumps to A, so we do that. This one, oh, hey, look at this. We should probably be jumping to B, right? That should probably be B. And if we go down here, that one is B. Okay, so we implemented that one correctly. So let's go ahead and run this without the trace logging again, and let's see what we get. Okay, cool. So we hit an unimplemented thing at 319. I have guess that it is the input function. Oh, wait. Why do we have a to-do here? We just shouldn't have a to-do here. That's just wrong. That just shouldn't have been there. Okay. Attempt to multiply with overflow at 258. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so we're multiplying these two numbers together, and then we're modding by 32768. They are 16-bit numbers, so we should probably cast them up, right? We could probably do this, multiply B as a U32, C as a U32, mod that, and then this as a U16. It's probably a cleaner way to do this. No WMEM op. Tried to step while halted. Okay, so we were halted. Okay. No WMEM op. How did you discover that? Wrapping mall? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I probably should just do that. It's probably just cleaner. Rust wrapping mall. That makes sense. I'm just looking it up to see. Oh, I guess I could wrap it down to the 16-bit thing and then... Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It works as is. We are printing out no WMEM op. Is that actually being printed out? Like, because we have WMEM here. So we get the value at A, write the value from B into memory address at A. Now we have to write this into memory address there. Oh, we're modifying the RAM here. So that's not going to work. We have to do A times 2 as U size. Yeah, because we're modifying the RAM. We should probably just... We could abstract this, but for now, I think there's only one place that does this. We'd have to double check. Okay, that's it, actually. Awesome. I see the problem. Should you set A as a U size too? It would yell at me if I was doing something wrong. No WMEM op. What is it printing that at me? It is. It's jumping me to a place that literally says no WMEM op. Like it has error codes built into it. Like Stu was saying. That's crazy, dude. That's actually like really sick. Like that's awesome. All right, so it's being upset that we're not modifying the thing, right? The RAM is a vec of bytes. Setting value into RAM memory adder this. So setting value B into the RAM memory adder at that. This is some gnarly stuff here, guys. Are you supposed to not look at any of the references during the... No, you can look at whatever you want. There's no rules around this. So where are we failing here? All right, so what's the one to set the memory? The only one that can modify the program is WMEM. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, WMEM only gets called once. This is really nice. All right. Setting value 30,000 into RAM memory adder 865. So 865 times 2 becomes 117. And this becomes 48. This is using the env logger crate. So these two crates is what I'm using. Let's vim notes.txt. Oh, why did I just copy those? How did that even work? Okay. Setting RAM value 30,000 into RAM memory adder that. So we set 117 into the first portion of it, and then we set 48 into the next portion of it. So if we cat the notes, 117 times 256 is that plus 48. Are we storing big endian and not... Are we storing big endian and not little endian? Is that what we're doing? Because we're storing this number first. This should be the little end of the number. But we're storing it... Yeah, we're storing it. I think we're storing it backwards. I think that's what we're doing here. Yeah, we have a high, we have a low. We're setting this to the high and this to the low. Should be the high order bit should be first. Well, these are stored first. No, but it's a little endian. The little one should be stored first. Yeah, I think I'm just doing it backwards. Yeah, it's little Indian. Little should be short first. What am I doing? Okay, that's doing a lot more. Hold on. Let me run it without the debug logging here. Oh, hey! Oh, okay. That was it. We were writing to memory, but we were writing backwards. I had my naming all right. I just stored the high one first and then the low one second, which is stupid. If it's little ending, I should be storing the low one first. So yeah, let's go, dude. Exactly. I converted the whole thing into a vec U16 right at the beginning. I feel like this made things a lot easier. No need to think about ending anymore. That is very smart. That is very smart that you did that. I abstracted a lot of it except for the part we wrote to RAM, and that is the part that broke things. So that would have been good if I had done that. Oh boy. Okay, so we do have to implement, look, not implemented, 396. So we have to implement, I think there's only one more unimplemented. Yeah, we have to implement reading in a character. So we will eventually get there, but let's figure out what we have here. The self-test completion code is this. Hey, we have a new completion code. Let's go ahead and check this. Where are the codes stored? Because I can't submit this to the website. I don't think the website exists anymore, but it's going to be one of these codes. So if I echo -n this code into MD5, we get 7997, and it ends in 420. Hey, that's it. We have validated a third code. So we should go put that in our codes.txt. That's the... Why is... Okay, hold on. Why is highlighting text putting it into my clipboard? I'm not on Linux. Why is that happening? When did that behavior start? That is absurd. I need to change that. That cannot be happening. That is insane behavior. I do not want that. So we'll figure that out. Yo, Stu Squared. Thank you. Oh my god, you're gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. That's so amazing. Dude, that's super nice. Thank you. Congratulations. Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is so nice. I turned 2 to... I don't know. This has never happened. This is brand new to me, and I cannot stand it. I do not like that. Copy clipboard on selection. Yeah, what? Why? No. Ew. Never. Never do I want that behavior. Absolutely not. If I put this into my clipboard, and then I highlight echo, and I paste, I should get that. Yes, that is what I want. Okay. So let's... Okay, but I get that might be on by default. It was never on for me ever. So I don't know why that happened. I've been using this for years. I've never had this issue. So I don't know where that setting came from. That's so weird. Yeah, so I don't know. The middle click paste, the control, I don't know. I don't want multiple clipboards. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just don't know why it wasn't doing... Like, I would have noted this way sooner if this was the default. There's no way. Okay, hold on. Let me do things right. VM challenge, readme. One of the codes already came pre-included, right? Just by starting the challenge, didn't he give you one of the codes? Or was it in the Arch spec that you get one of the codes? I think just for starting the project. Yeah, here's a code for the challenge website. Okay, so let's go there. Put that there. Let's go ahead and rerun our stuff. And we get this code for the self-test. And we validated that's... Okay, so right now we have 3 codes. And they're valid. So that's cool. How many codes are there? Do we not know how many codes are... Wait, hold on. I kind of do know. Oh, well, I don't know if you're supposed to know how many codes there are, but because the README has 8, then I know there's going to be 8. So, it is what it is. Oh, man. Okay, so we have to implement this thing now. But let's go ahead and read this, because we've made some really good progress here. Yeah. Oh man, this is cool. One of my friends went live on her Twitch channel. She's an artist, and she does really cool like 3D work using like Bryce 3D, so like Windows XP era tools. It's super cool. So I bought a piece from her. You can't really see it, can you? It's above my fireplace. Oh, look at this. I'm making that stupid pose. Yeah, I bought a beautiful piece that's printed out above my fireplace from her, and I'm actually working with her potentially to commission some merch for the Dave Eddy, you suck at programming merch store. So I'll be working with her to actually like come up with some cool designs there. And she just went live on Twitch, so maybe at the end of this we just raid her. We'll see who's streaming long, because I can stream long, so we'll see. But that's really cool. I just looked at my phone and saw that. What are we doing here? You find yourself standing at the base of an enormous mountain. At its base to the north, there is a massive doorway. A sign nearby reads, "Keep out! Definitely no treasure within. Things of interest here." Tablet. There are 2 exits. Doorway, south, and Dennis. What do you do? Oh my god, we actually have to play an adventure now? This is awesome! Are you kidding me? Okay, let's go and implement some input. We're making like a... This is cool. Okay. This is not what I expected. This is really cool. Read a character from the terminal and write its ASCII code to register A. It can be assumed that once input starts, it will continue until a new line is encountered. This means that you can safely read a whole lines from the keyboard instead of having to figure out how to read individual characters. It can be assumed that once input starts, it will continue until a new line is encountered. So if I'm imagining the program, I think what Eric is saying is the program is nice, and if it asks for input, it will check if you gave it a new line, and if you didn't, it will go into a loop of asking for input. That's what I think. That's how I interpret that. So instead, if I want to, I could just read a whole line of input and then pass that in one by one to this instruction. I think that's what it's saying. There's obviously no treasure. The sign wouldn't lie. May as well just go home. Dude, it's like when you're playing Super Mario 64 and you go in the castle and Bowser's like, the princess isn't here. Go home, scram. And you're like, all right, sick. And then you just leave. Okay. So now we get down here. We can do self.adder plus equal 2. Now we have to read a single character. We could read an entire line, store it in some sort of buffer, and then put it in the read instruction. Feels like it's unnecessarily complicated. Let's read a single line in Rust. How do you guys think you do that? Rust read single line standard in. Nope, I don't want to read a single line. I want to read a single char. There's a read line function. Ah, man. I feel like it's referring to Mario 64 DS. Just Mario 64, not the DS version. I don't get down with the DS version. Is there a way to just read a single character? Okay. If we read a line, what do we have to do? We have to keep the line in some sort of line buffer, and then every time the instruction gets read, we take a line out of the buffer. Reading a single car work for me, simple solution. That's what I think I have to do too. Like, I don't care. If I mistype something, I'll just rerun the command. If we start going real deep into things, then maybe I'll do some sort of line buffered thing. But yeah. If only we were in Bash, this would be easy to implement. Do it! I'm waiting for you to implement it. Go do it. Reading a single char worked fine for me. Simple solution. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, this particular instruction. No, you're right. You're actually right. You're like literally 100% right. How do you just read a single car? I mean, there's got to be a way, right? Okay, let me just pull it up. Rust standard in. We're just gonna pull it up here. So we have standard in here, and it's gonna have a bunch of traits. So one of the traits is just gonna let us read from it. Traits, buff read is terminal read. Okay. Read. Oh, it just calls read, puts it into a vec of bytes, and returns how much it was. Right, okay. We want a read exact. Read buff. Read buff exec. We want to read exec. Oh, I see. I give it a buffer of 1. Yeah, I think I know how to do this. Okay. Okay. Hey, why don't you use ChatGPT for help? No, we don't use AI or LLMs here. Okay. Read a single character. We can just do IO standard in read exact, and this takes a buffer. So let's make a buffer of 1, which will be a vec. Can you do this? Can you do U8 semicolon 1? Is that valid? And then we pass in that buff here. And then this returns a, what does it return? A result. So we can expect failed to read 1 char. No, this is a mutable thing. So now we can C equals buff. We'll grab the 0th spot. And then we need to get the code for this character. So we have a U8. Oh, no, yeah, we have exactly what we need, actually. We just assign it. Now, we just say self.registers. Oh, no, it stores it into A. Okay, so we have to grab A out of it. Get register. That's what we need. Okay, we get the register there. Then we read the single character, and then we set the register at A to that character. Okay, I think that's good. I think this will work. We'll test it out, obviously, you know, error messages will help us out. Okay, clearly not right. So we'll figure that out. Let's see. You don't need to be a vec, just have an array. Oh, you're right, yeah. I just create an array. You can actually get a U8 from a single U8 variable using standard slice from mut, which is kind of nice. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, I don't need a vec because a vec could grow. I literally could just make a array of U8. What's the syntax for this? What is the syntax of it? Is it like this? Do I put this on the right-hand side? I don't know, I'm making up syntax off the top of my head. Use of unresolved or unlinked. Oh, we don't even have IO. Expected type found, function standard in and IO, help struct with standard in. Oh, we need it's standard in with a capital thing. Expected an array with size of 1, found one with a size of 0. Expected due to this, found array that. Expected U16, found a U8. Okay, so we have a lot of work that needs to be done here. Oh, U8, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. We're just doing all sorts of things wrong. Is it IO standard in? I think it's just this. Could be wrong. This has to be O of U8. We have to initialize it to something. And then down here, that is a U8. But we have to put it as a U16. So it'll fit comfortably in there. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Types differ in mutability. Argument 2 is mut U8 is missing. Exact takes a mut self. Okay. Standard in. Oh, standard in is a function, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Listen, we're getting there. We are absolutely getting here. Types differ in mutability. Oh, right. Yep, I got it. Okay, that's awesome. Let's do a quick little clippy just to make sure everything looks there good. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. What do you do? Talk to my friend, bad cop, LOL. I don't understand. Try help for instructions. What do you do? Oh, this is really cool. Okay. I wonder how it processed the backspace. That's so funny. Things of interest here. Tablet. There are 2 exits. I wonder if it's like checking what I actually type in. Like, if it, I don't know. I'm so curious. There are 2 exits. Doorway or south. Grab the tablet. I don't understand. Try help for instructions. Okay. Look, you may merely look to examine the room, or you may look subject, such as look chair, to examine something specific. You may go exit to travel in that direction, such as go west, or you merely exit, such as west. Oh, you just put the name of the place. Okay. Inv, to see the contents of your inventory, brother. I got an inventory. Take item, drop item, use item. This is wild. This is wild. Okay. Standard in is sent over by your terminal when new line or EOF is sent. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, because I have a cooked terminal, right? I could do like STTY raw and mess up some things. This is insane. Okay, so when I type look tablet. The tablet seems appropriate for use as a writing surface, but is unfortunately blank. Perhaps you should use it as a writing surface. Probably should, right? Can we look at the doorway? You see no such item. Oh, those are the items. Okay, those items and exits. Okay. Use tablet. You can't find that in your pouch. What do? Take tablet. Taken. Inv. Your inventory. Tablet. This is really cute, guys. This is really cute. Use tablet. You find yourself writing... Get out of here, dude. This is cute. You find yourself writing this on the tablet. Perhaps it's some kind of code. Okay, so we have a code. Let me store that in a terminal over here so we just have that. That's so funny. Okay, this is hilarious. What do you do? Let's look around. There are 2 exits. What else can I do? Drop, take, use. I bet if I use the tablet, I get the same thing. Okay. I guess we either go doorway or south. Doorway or south. Where do you guys want to go? First person to type something, we'll go that direction. It totally gives Twitch the advantage. They have way lower latency than YouTube. Bad Cop says east. Okay. Go east. I don't understand. Okay, let's go doorway. I don't... well, I should type it correctly. Doorway. Dark cave. This seems to be the mouth of a dark cave. As you peer north into the darkness, you think you hear the echo of bats deeper within. Okay, interesting. There are 2 exits, north and south. So we went through a doorway. Now we have north and south. It sounds like we can't go back unless one of them is through the doorway. We don't know that. Let's go north. The cave is somewhat narrow here, and the light from the doorway to the south is quite dim. There are 2 exits, north and south. Well, we just came from north, right? What do you do? Go north. The cave acoustics dramatically change as you find yourself at a ledge above a large chasm. There is barely enough light here to notice a rope bridge leading out into the dark emptiness. There are 2 exits, bridge and south. Okay. Listen, I appreciate your input, guys, but no, we're going, I'm going just the top choice. And we're going to see where we go. Let's go to the bridge. This is a rope bridge. This rope bridge creaks as you walk along it. You aren't sure how old it is or whether it can even support your weight. There are 2 exits, continue or back. Continue. Falling through the air. As you continue along the bridge, it snaps. You try to grab the bridge, but it evades your grasp in the darkness. You are plummeting quickly downward into the chasm. There's 1 exit, down. What do you do? All right. We go down. How many options are there here? Like, what do I have to... I just said, what do I have to do? Do we have to... Oh my god, do we have to like make a program that plays the game for us with all possible choices? Oh my god, is this actually just a 2D maze problem? You are standing in a large cavern full of bioluminescent moss. That's cute. It must have broken your fall. The cavern extends to the east and west. At the west end, you think you see a passage leading out of the cavern. Let's go west. You are standing in the large cavern full of bioluminescent moss. The cavern extends to the east. There is a crevice in the rocks which opens into a passage. Let's go passage. You are in a crevice on the west wall of the moss cavern. A dark passage leads further west. There is a ladder here which leads down to a smaller moss-filled cavern below. Oh my god, this is crazy! You are in a maze of twisty little passages, all dimly lit by more bioluminescent. There's a ladder here leading up. There are 5... This is impossible. This is insane. You are in a twisty maze of little passages, all like there are 3 exits. I'm in the Lost Woods. You think you hear a grue. Yeah, I'm in trouble now. I totally am. This is just a maze, right? There are 2 exits. Run and investigate. The growling is getting louder. Did I mention there are grooves down here? Oh my god! Yo, what? You haven't eaten my grow. Well, congratulations, guys. We have a new code we can test. So, okay, I didn't know what I expected during this challenge, but this seems like a ton of fun. This is kind of crazy. So this is the code we got. Is this one valid? Let's go ahead and cat that. The code we got is 1A. Let's just search for it. Hey, look at that. It is valid. So we have 4 codes now. It looks like we have 4. We are halfway there. I'm sure that it probably gets harder as we get going more. So that doesn't mean that we're like halfway through this puzzle. Congrats, you're done. We're done. We died. What else do we need to do, guys? I think this is the challenge. I think the program that solves the maze seems to be a very good idea. That's what I'm thinking. I literally think we might have to go meta here. We literally might have to go meta and make a program that can talk to the VM. Now, we did crash when we tried to run and we were halted. So we should probably do a while while VM dot not VM dot is halted. Do VM dot step. So let's just make a halted thing. So function is halted, takes a self, and it returns a Boolean, and it will return, what do we have? We have running. So we just return not running. There we go. That's right. Okay. So now at least we won't hard crash when we get to the bottom. We'll just say while not VM is halted. Why don't we do while VM is running? I don't know. Yeah. What we need, I want to visualize this map. I implemented an undo command for funsies. Now that is really clever. Save states. You implemented save states, because all you have to do, you just have to keep track of what memory you modified, undo the modifications. Yeah. I'm just thinking, because like what you could do is you could, I don't know how unwieldy, how wild this would get. You just need to keep an undo stack of every operation you do. or be able to snapshot and then just revert back to the snapshot. Because a snapshot isn't that bad. You just snapshot the RAM, your stack, the registers, and your instruction pointer, and then you can just reinitialize to a VM there. You could literally just clone a VM. It's all doable. Your state was immutable, so I already had the states. Okay, nice. Okay. So let me think. Okay. No one give me any hints here. I'm going to talk out loud. I'm going to ask questions, but I don't actually want you guys to answer the questions. I don't know how many paths there are here. I don't know how many different paths there could possibly be here. There could be 1,000 and I could be screwed. There could be like 4 paths and maybe I figure it out easily, you know? Oh, you try to leave and it pulls you back in. Okay, see, now that makes sense. So we go in the doorway and this is pretty much all we can do. I guess let's go to the south this time. Okay, there's really not, okay. Maybe there's not many paths. We just have to just keep track of where we go. Oh, you literally, like, you have to do this. Yeah, there's definitely an upper bound. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. It's like you have to do this. I went west. Let's go east. Okay. Okay. Let's take the empty lantern. Let's check my inventory. Let's use the empty lantern. You aren't sure how to use that? That makes sense. Let's look. There's only one place we can go, west. Okay, so now I have this. So we, instead of going into the ladder, we can go to the cavern. You're standing in a large cavern full of biolin. No, we're already here. Okay. Cavern is back. Okay. Dangerous to go alone. Exactly. Okay. So we can't really go in the darkness. We don't have a lantern. Let's go back. Let's go down the ladder. Let's try not to get eaten by a grue, okay? Let's go east. That's scary. Let's go west. Great, they're all like, let's go north. How many times can you go north? I assume I'm in a loop. I can't tell if I'm making progress or not. Dude, this sucks. I actually don't know how to continue here. This is really clever. I like this. If I could do it in PowerShell, it can definitely be done in Bash. You could definitely do this in Bash. The biggest issue is reading in the binary data, but there is a way to read the binary data. You just have to read the whole thing into RAM. It would be slow, but it's definitely doable. I remember a part in Zelda where you're stuck in a loop going any direction, took you back to the same screen. Yeah, that's the Lost Woods in NES Zelda, so it's Zelda 1. There's a pattern you can do. It's like northwest, southwest, northwest, west or something. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can do that, and then you get to where the Lionel is, and then you get to the cemetery, and then you get to level 6 or 7. 6, 7. I think it's level 6 there. Yeah, I love NES Zelda. Wait, hold on, actually. Hold on, I got you. Yo, just eat the grue first. It's like the best advice I've ever seen. Yeah, we need that. We need that mood set. I don't know if Bad Cop is serious. Bash script kid. I don't actually know if Bad Cop is being serious when she says that. The Sanctuary theme from Zelda. Which Zelda are you talking about? What is the Sanctuary theme? You'd have to just tell me. Is it Bad Cop or Bash Cop? She goes by both, so just get confused. What's the Sanctuary? What game are you thinking? From the SNES. I don't know if I know that one. Obviously I know like there we go. Oh man, the SNES one, A Link to the Past is so good. The Dark World, so good. Kakariko. Was it? Oh, I don't know it. What is Kakariko? Something like that. Oh, Lost Woods, Lost Woods. There's a couple different Lost Woods themes. The one I'm thinking of is just I don't know, something like that. Something like that. You can play it backwards. The Windfall Island from Wind Waker. Dude, Wind Waker is such an underrated game. What a good game. Appreciate the course on bash scripting, man. Keep up the good work. Yo. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. What a nice thing to say. Yeah, I had a ton of fun making that one. That was quite the venture. It was quite the undertaking. Can I showcase my bash project? What is your bash project? What are you talking about? I probably can't check it out right now while I'm on stream. I'm locked in on what I'm doing here. Sanctuary theme. Let me check this out. I'm curious. What a good game, dude. Oh, let's check on the YouTube subscribers. You guys ready? Ooh, look at that. Big number. I think yesterday it was like 200 something, so we've gained like 700 subscribers in 24 hours. So that's pretty cool. Secret of Mana, dude, that had oh man, that had some great music in it. Absolutely incredible music. I don't know if I remember how to play any of it, but there's some great music in that one. Chrono Trigger definitely had good music in it. I don't know what we're gonna do here. We're obviously gonna have to solve the maze and not get eaten. So I don't know if that means write a program to solve the maze or if we just go through it and try to solve it ourselves because it's a fun little game. I don't know what the right choice is. You know what I mean? Because there's a couple things we can do here. We could obviously DFS it. Or BFS. No DFS. We could depth first search every possible choice. When we make a choice, we snapshot the RAM, the stack, and the RAM, the stack, and the other things, the register, and the instruction pointer. If all that is the same, then we know we've visited that area before. We could also hash it. We could MD5 all that information together. So that's totally a thing. That is a possibility. I'm not saying we have to go there now, but we can definitely do it. We could have a VM.snapshot, and we could check if we've seen the snapshots before. VM.hash, hash the entire state of the VM, store that into an array of things that we've seen, and then do a movement and see if we've been there before. So we can definitely brute force everything. When it asks for input, we obviously have to make something that can play this game. So this is gonna get pretty gnarly. We might have to make a virtual machine class and then multiple different programs that can pull it in. So this will be a ton of fun. Let's see. Also, you got that vibe, which really hooks the viewer. I think right now you're probably underrated, but it won't take that long for you to boom. I'm pretty sure about that. Yo, what a nice compliment, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to have that vibe, you know? I will say this, not in an egotistical way, but when I look at other creators, like especially on YouTube, Instagram too, I look at creators on YouTube, they have like double to triple my subscriber count. There are some channels with like 200,000 subscribers, and they post a tech related video and they get like half the engagement I get. So no shade. I'm just saying, like, I'm always surprised. I see these like big accounts, they upload a new video and it's like they get 5,000 views in like 2 days and they'll have like 50 comments. And I'm like, dude, like I uploaded a video 2 days ago, yesterday, I don't remember, and it has like 10 or 15,000 views, maybe 20, I don't even know, over 100 comments. So yeah, it's just crazy. Like, it's just crazy to see the difference. It's because you actually interact with us. I do. I try to. I will go through and read everyone's comments. I respond to emails that I get from people. It's hard to. There's a lot of things, so it can be difficult. You can buy accounts with a lot of subs. Fame swap, if I remember. That's really cool. What do you just like listen to what I say and run it through some sort of like speech to text and then respond when I start talking about sub count? But then you don't get interactions. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of what am I trying to say? I'm sure there's a lot of creators that are buying subs. I'm almost certain of it. I've seen some people's Instagram numbers. And when you look at the engagement, you're like, bro, this is just crazy. Like, if I was a company selling ad spots, I wouldn't even care about subscriber count. I'd be looking at the engagement they get on videos. I don't watch streams normally, but the vibes here are just immaculate. Yo, I appreciate that, dude. What a nice thing to say. That's super cool. It's probably also a scale thing. When you get big, it probably becomes a little impossible, which might drive the engagement down. It is true. That is definitely true. It becomes hard. Old creators selling accounts they built. Yeah. Definitely people who have built up channels and then sell it because like people are willing to pay for that. It's so dumb. It happens on Instagram sometimes. Someone will like one of my posts and Instagram will tell me because they have a lot of followers. And I'll see an account. It'll be an account with 250,000 followers. They have like 3 posts and the posts have like 2 likes and 1 comment. And I'm like, dude, what is the point of this? Like what actually is the point of that? You couldn't get over 200,000 Instagram followers like I did organically. Not the flex, but like low-key flex. Let's check it, this code so we don't lose it. What do we have? We have notes, RM notes, and 4 out of 8 codes done. Okay. When you accept those sponsorship deals, that's when you lose your individuality and just become another influencer in the sea of content. I think there's a way to accept sponsorship deals in a way that doesn't like sacrifice your integrity. I definitely think that's possible, but you really got to vet the companies. Like I see tech people talking about security and then they're shilling some like, I don't know, some VPN that they know nothing about. And they're like, VPNs are like the pinnacle of security. I'm like, really? Okay, so I just bundle up all my traffic and send it overseas? Like that's a weird thing. Not that it's, you know, not there's anything implicitly wrong with sending your data overseas. Not that there's anything implicitly insecure about these VPN companies. I'm like, what a weird thing. You're shilling security. Your whole brand is around security, and then you're telling me to go through a third party and send all my traffic there. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm using HTTPS, and they're probably not going to be doing stuff there. But like, still, I'm like, this is so weird. It's so weird. If I took like a brand sponsorship thing, it'd be for like a cool company that did something tech related that I liked, something that I believed in, or it'd be for something non-tech related at all. It'd be like the company I buy my protein powder through, or like a company that I buy like a cool water bottle through, you know, something that's not even like tech related. Is that you playing? Yes it is. There's a lot of tech people on Instagram. There's a lot of people on all different social medias. There's a pretty big tech sphere on Instagram. Definitely a shortage of quality content. And I don't even say that like I'm putting out quality content and they are. No, I'm also not putting out the most quality stuff. My stuff doesn't fit that well in short form as it does in long form. I'm definitely more comfortable and just better in everything on long form. So yeah, there's just a lot of people in general. Very true. The difference between you making a video for a sponsor and taking a deal where you have to include them in every video. I don't know how many people are taking a deal where you include them in every video. Like, I'm not sure what the difference is there. There's definitely people that have like repeat sponsors, but I don't know if they take a deal where you have to like, I guess there's all different ways. You could have a whole branded video where the entire video is for the sponsorship. I find those annoying. You could just take a sponsorship deal, but like, you know, you go watch a YouTuber and they might have like 5 videos in a row that have the same sponsorship deal. Maybe that's part of the package, but like, I don't know. And some of it you just kind of ignore. Like if you're watching a YouTuber and he's like, hey guys, of course, just want to take a moment to thank Raid Shadow Legends. I'm like, all right, dude, get your bag. Like, who am I to judge? And I get it. It's, you know, if you're not doing that, it's not the easiest thing to make money. Like if this was my job, what I'm doing here, I would not be making enough money to survive off of it. I make good money, but I would not make enough money to survive off of this. Like even my free course, I have a free bash course online. I don't know if you guys know that. I have a free bash course online. Oh my God, is that my subscriber count on YouTube? Flex. I have a free bash course if you want to learn bash scripting. It's a YouTube video. It's completely free. This is not fake free where I make you sign up for a trial or give me your credit card number and then I charge you if you forget to cancel it. No. This is real free. There's no sales funnel here. This is really free. But there is a pay if you want to thing, and people have paid for me, which is really nice. So the all prices are USD. In the 6 days that it's been up, I have made over $1,000 USD total on this. Majority came through the Patreon $10 digital sale. The next came from people donating to me on Ko-Fi. And the next one came through ad revenue and super chats on the YouTube video. So it's been over $1,000 in 6 days. Don't get me wrong. That's amazing, but it's not going to increase. The most amount of sales I will get was right when this came out. Unless some like, you know, big content creator shills this course for whatever reason. I can expect it to go down from there. And don't get me wrong, $1,000 is really, really nice. But if this were my day job, that wouldn't be enough. I would need to push out one of these courses every couple of days. That's just not feasible. So that's where you would take a brand deal or something. I'd have to take a brand deal that gave me like, I don't know. I do not know what brand deals pay, but they would have to pay a decent amount for me to turn this into a job. So that's why I'm just staying away from it. Like I don't know. It'd be too stressful. It'd honestly be too stressful. I like just chilling here and hanging out. You know what I mean? Think of it like the difference between Spielberg shooting an ad for Pepsi and including Pepsi as the default drink in every movie. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like, imagine if I, like, instead of using iTerm2, which is the terminal I like, I just pulled out, like, what's the warp terminal or whatever. And I was like, hey guys, we're going to be using the warp terminal. Do you know about their new way? I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be doing that. That's weird. I don't know. Like, I don't ever see myself selling my integrity like that. Like, you guys see the terminal I'm using? It's because it's the terminal I use daily. If you guys are seeing this web browser, it's because the web browser I use daily. Like, these are the tools I use. So this is why I'm comfortable with them. A lot of contractual sponsorship is from channels who sell their brand to private equity. Yeah, I definitely believe that. Like, I just wouldn't want to do that. Now, it's easy to say it. Here's the thing. I'm not like high and mighty. It's not like, oh, I'll never sell my soul. It's easy to say that once big check starts coming around. I think it takes, strength to not like go down that path. And I'm not hating on anyone who does. I want to make that very clear. I don't have a problem with people making businesses or making money. Get your bag. I think that's really cool. I just don't see myself ever doing that. Like, I just don't see myself going down that road. Seems boring to me. If I was in my early 20s and someone was handing me a lot of money, I don't know if I'd be able to say no. But now that I'm older and established, like, nah, I'm fine. Brand deals are great if unrelated to content. If you had to deal with a t-shirt company or chair, mic, or stuff like that. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like I said, like, I use a water bottle from a company. I would give them a shout out. Yeah, I would love to shout out like the company I get my protein powder from, my meal replacement shakes. Like, I'd be cool to do that. So, yeah. All right, so I think I'm going to call it here. We've made some good progress. I don't want to stream too long tonight. It's already been 2 hours. I don't want to get too tired. So I think I'm going to call the stream probably in the next minute or two. But I think we made good progress. We were 4 out of 8. I don't know what's coming next. I have to imagine we are just scratching the surface of this challenge. So that'll be a ton of fun. But yeah, we'll probably be calling in the next minute or so. If you guys have questions or whatever, go ahead and get them in before I stop streaming. It is not Huel. It is, I think it's pronounced, I'm going to give them free advertising. Control? CTRL? I get their meal replacement shake. So they have like a cinnamon toast crunch flavor that is actually really good. I drink that, 2 servings of that daily. It's a good way to get, vitamins, nutrients, all that crap. It's easy to count calories, and it just kind of fits into my lifestyle and my macro. Like, this is not a paid advertisement. I literally just go buy them, and they're available like at the GNC store, so I can actually go pick it up in real life, which is super nice. So do you plan to look at the project I sent? I didn't even see that you sent a project. Not now on stream if you wanted me to. Probably not. If you wanted me to check it out like on my own time, join my Discord and dump it in the off-topic chat. But no, I'm probably not going to check it out on stream now. I hope and believe by the end of the 2026, you'll cross 500K on YouTube. Mark my words, Dave. NMBB, I love your optimism. 500K is a tall ask. I do not think that'll happen. I will keep making progress, but I do not think that will happen. But my goal is to pass 100K in 2026. So that is my current goal. I would really like to pass 100,000 subscribers on YouTube in 2026. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go do that. What are you guys doing? Blah, blah, blah. The maze is going to be fun. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Hey, you should raid someone. I am going to raid someone. Don't worry, Stu. I got that figured out. I think I know who I'm going to raid. Let's see. Let's see. Playing Zelda's Lullaby while you wrap up, please. What was it? Something like that. I don't know. I forgot a little bit of it. Well, the nice things about the infinite loops is I can probably come up with some sort of way to detect loops by looking at the RAM, the stack, and the instruction pointer and the registers and figure out if I've been in that state before. So I plan on kind of doing something like that. It is an unbounded stack, so technically we could just get into a situation where they're different because the stack is different. So we'll have to see what it looks like, but that's kind of like what I'm thinking might be my next goal with this, finding some sort of way to automate this process. So yeah, 250K by 2026. Now that is more doable, but I would have to have something pop off. I would have to have some sort of video. I'm not ruling this out, but yeah. I have to have some sort of video really pop off. Maybe like something go viral or some sort of video where big content creators pick it up and talk about it. I don't even know if I talk about subjects. Like what big content creator is going to talk about a 7-hour bash course? I don't see that happening. But you know, we out here. You have the same exact what it is vocal tick that I do. What do you mean when I say it is what it is? Or do you mean when I go like, what is it? Like when I'm trying to think of something? Because I do that, definitely. Primogen might tease. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but you know, I'd have to make something like useful. If any big content creator does want to watch my 7-hour bash course and follow along with it on stream, they are more than welcome to. In my video, I explicitly say that I give them my consent to go do that. Like I'm all for that. On here, scroll down. If you are a teacher or professor, you like to play this to your students, go ahead. If you're a content creator and would like to react or follow along while streaming, including uploading the VOD to YouTube, you have my permission. Like, I don't care. I think it's fine. Yeah. The what it is when thinking. Yeah, dude, I totally do that. All right. So I think we're going to call the stream here. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I appreciate it. We are going to figure out how to raid someone on Twitch because I think that's a cool thing to do. Now, of course, I have to see if one of my friends is streaming. Oh my gosh, is she playing a game? Oh, that's so crazy. What game is this? Oh my god, she's playing Half-Life. Okay. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. We are going to go stream my friend Allison's Fago. She's playing a game right now. So if you're into the software thing, sorry, this isn't that. You don't have to hang around. But she's playing a game right now. I bought some artwork from her. She's an artist, and I'm trying to figure out if we could work together and maybe get some merch going for my store and stuff. So yeah, just go over there and say hi. Let's go ahead and figure that out. How do I do this? Sorry, I'm like a boomer when it comes to this. So let's make sure we're doing things right. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that start raid button. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone.